Hello to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. I'm coming to you from the beautiful Parramatta Park on this magnificent and very warm autumn day. I'm down here with the ducks, and what I'd love to do is deliver a chat about a book entitled The Gentle Art of Verbal Self-Defense, a book that was authored by a female author named Suzette Haden Elgin. And this book offers practical tools to manage and diffuse verbal attacks in the home and in the workplace. It teaches readers how to communicate more effectively and to help them protect themselves from harmful language and maintain a consummate professionalism under the pressures that we often face in the work environments that we are part of. So the first key message to come from this author is that we first need to be able to recognise the verbal attacks that come our way. Elgin emphasises the importance of recognising these subtle verbal attacks from people who are out to promote their own beliefs. Many aggressive comments are often indirect and couched and hidden in many ways, but the impact is there. So what the author here says is that we need, where possible, to learn to identify them as early as possible so that we can help stay in control. Because we live in an environment where there are plenty of narcissists who live and operate with passive aggressive tendencies, and we are often gaslit, I guess is one way of putting it, into thinking that we're not enough, but we have to be on the lookout and to identify these tendencies as early as possible so that we too can protect ourselves and also protect those around us. One thing that I learnt in martial arts many years ago, that it's probably best to avoid frontal attacks and altercations. The fights that you don't engage in are the fights that you're always going to win. So the author here mentions the importance of deflecting rather than engaging. Instead of engaging in a verbal stoush, Elgin advises using deflecting strategies that stop aggression in its tracks, such as calmly redirecting the conversation or asking clarifying questions. The author also talks about where possible, avoiding triggering emotional reactions, because reacting emotionally to workplace criticism or conflict often generally worsens a situation. This book teaches techniques for staying calm and responding logically rather than responding emotionally. So staying calm is the key so that we don't find ourselves locked up and caught up in fight, flight, or fear. The author here talks about how important it is to use neutral language where possible, because neutral language helps diffuse tension by avoiding emotionally charged words or confrontational tones. You maintain professionalism and reduce the chance of escalating conflict. We must set boundaries where possible. Verbal self-defense includes clearly communicating boundaries to those that we feel threatened by, letting others know what behaviour is acceptable in a respectful but firm way can prevent further unwanted and unwelcomed attacks. Mastering the art of listening is also another key message. Listening actively not only helps you understand the other person's perspective, but also shows due respect, which can diffuse tension and prevent unwanted and unneeded misunderstandings. We must at all times stay assertive but not aggressive. Assertiveness is the key in verbal self-defense. Elgin stresses that you should stand your ground and communicate your needs firmly without becoming excited, aggressive, or hostile. The best way to disarm, according to this author, is through questions. Asking questions can help neutralise an attack by requesting clarification or calmly probing for more information. You shift the conversation from conflict to resolution. And we need to avoid the common pitfalls. Elgin highlights common communication mistakes such as sarcasm or passive-aggressive comments that undermine your message. Avoid these pitfalls can help ensure clear and effective communication. And the last key point to come from this author is that we need to continually protect ourselves and to practice verbal self-defense techniques regularly to keep them honed, to keep these skills honed, and so that we're always match fit. Like any skill, verbal self-defense requires practice and drilling. Elgin encourages readers to rehearse techniques regularly to ensure they can handle workplace confrontations both calmly and effectively. So this book helps equip readers with the tools to handle conflict and protect themselves from verbal aggression and promote a respectful professional environment in our workplaces. So thank you very much for joining me, on this episode of Jim's 5am Club, and I look forward to coming to you again from another place and with another message of empowerment. Yassas and bye for now.